What's good, YouTube? We are back, and today we're going to talk about the Indiana Pacers, and wow, have they done it again. I tried to warn y'all. I tried to tell y'all this Pacers team is legit. I made a video talking about how the Pacers are going to win the NBA Finals, and people called me crazy. They looked at me like I was insane. I know a lot of Pacers fans are rocking with that, and I appreciate that. But I'm telling you, bro, this Pacers team, if you don't know, now you know. They can beat any given team on any given night. Doesn't matter if you're a 68-win team. Doesn't matter if you were a 64-win team in the Cleveland Cavaliers. They are legit, and they are here to stay. We're going to talk about how they won this game, what happened, what went wrong for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and what we can expect going forward. Without further ado, let's get straight into it. This is just what the Indiana Pacers always do. They never give up. They play until the clock hits zero, and if it's not zero, the game's still on. They don't let go of the gas pedal. It doesn't matter if they're down 20, 15, 2 minutes left. Don't matter. They are going. Bro, this is legit the Pacers' fourth shocker of the playoffs, an all-time playoff moment. This playoffs alone within the past month. This team is special. Look, the last time I was this hyped or pretty much shocked about a team being in the finals to this extent was probably back in 2019 when it was the Raptors. I kind of low-key predicted that one too. I can't lie. Look, the cameras just weren't on at that time. The cameras just weren't on. But Indiana shouldn't have won this game, okay? Indiana had no reason to win this game. The reason why OKC had this in the bag was because in the first half alone, the Indiana Pacers had 19 turnovers. 19 turnovers. They finished with 24, and Oklahoma only had 6 turnovers the entirety of the game. Secondly, no one on the Pacers squad, not one person at all, cracked 20 points. And they won. And they won. If you want to compare that to the other playoff games, which we have seen the Pacers win in shocking fashion, we can go Game 5 against Milwaukee. There were 4 players who had at least 18 points. The same can be said in that major comeback win against the Cavs in Game 2. 4 players who had at least 18 points. And then when we talk about Game 1 versus the Knicks, which is my personal favorite Pacers comeback this entirety of the playoffs, there were 2 players who had 30 points with Tyrese Haliburton and Aaron Nesmith. Tonight, just 1 player had 18 points, and that is Pascal Siakam, who finished with 19. There was no reason for the Pacers to win. And not one player in the starting 5 of the Pacers shot at least 50% from the field. So how'd they do it? How'd they win with the odds stacked against them so much? The numbers looking like it was just an absolute at least 10-point win for OKC. How'd they do it? The key to them winning was the rebound battle. Not only that, but their transition defense when it came to getting those turnovers and then going back and defending them well. OKC had 19 turnovers caused in the first half and only 9 points off those turnovers to show for it. That shows the hustle and the mental toughness the Pacers had to have in order to stay firm. And, bro, it was just a phenomenal performance. But I'm so excited for Pacers fans, this Pacers team in general. I got a lot of love for them. I fell in love with them over the course of these playoffs. They knew OKC was going to try to catch them off the break, and what they did is they stood firm. We got to talk about how big of a performance it was for Obi Toppin, because that will get overlooked. Everybody's going to talk about the Haliburton game winner, and Haliburton, he didn't even have the best of games, but he still did solid. Obi Toppin stepped up. He did more than what you really ever expect him to do, especially in a finals game. He dropped 17 points off the bench, and he had 5 3-pointers. He was huge. In those moments where it was looking like it was a drought going on for the Pacers and they can't land these 3-point shots to stay in the game, that's when Obi Toppin came in clutch. Throughout the entirety of the second half, especially in that third quarter, he was really popping off. And then another player who we have to give credit to besides Tyrese Haliburton, who deserves so much credit, was Aaron Nembhard, who hit the nastiest move, bro. If you're a real hooper, I know you hit that stank face when you saw that. When he did that step back 3 on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, oh my gosh, bro. I made that face. If you know, you know, bro. If you know, you know. And not to mention the real clutch player of the year. No, not Jalen Brunson. Sorry, Knicks fans. It is Tyrese Haliburton, officially stamped most clutch player in the NBA, without a doubt. And what I really liked about this play was that Rick Carlisle, despite the play looking a little bit awkward, especially when Siakam, I don't know what happened. He damn near stumbled when he was trying to pass the ball to Obi Toppin. I got a little scared at that moment. I thought that Rick Carlisle was going to definitely call his timeout, but I'm so glad he didn't because he knows his guys better than anyone else. He didn't call timeout. He let the play run. And then Tyrese got them to switch on Cason Wallace, goes into the mid-range, pops it up. The rest is history. Pacers take game 1. And they only led this game for 0.3 seconds. 0.3 seconds. That's it. The entirety of the game, Oklahoma ran it. They were up. The Pacers only had the lead for 0.3, but that's all that matters. Despite the MVP of the league dropping 38 points, despite Lou Dort dropping 5 3-pointers, despite Alex Caruso coming off the bench with 11 points, the Pacers pulled it off. And I've been trying to tell y'all, I've been trying to warn y'all, this team is so slept on, and they continue to get slept on even as the playoffs progress. People call me crazy for picking the Pacers in my last video. Here we are now. And I know the series is not over yet, but one thing you have to keep in mind, what's the Indiana Pacers done every single game of the playoffs when it's a game 1? They've won, right? They've won. They won every single game 1. You know what else they've done? They've won every single game 2 that they've ever played. Despite of its home court, despite of its them playing an away game, doesn't matter. They've won every single game 2, and I wouldn't be surprised if they do it again. If y'all still here, just know I appreciate y'all. If you a Pacers fan, bro, I'm so happy for y'all. Y'all should be rejoicing. This is a big moment. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think's gonna happen in game 2. Who do you have winning the series? This is so good, man. I love this for the league. The amount of parity we have. This is the most fun I've had watching basketball in years. And last thing I'm going to say, overrate that.